And you know, we always like to start off with cursing out the white man on these Wednesday nights. You know what I'm saying? Let him know he's the damn devil the Bible speaks of and his fate. And this week we're gonna explain a little bit of why that is. You know what I'm saying? Back up a little, or step over a little. All right, so what you gonna call it? Give me
Ezekiel 35, and we'll start from verse 5 tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Because every week we tell y'all the white man's the devil and that God hates him, which is a fact according to the scriptures, but we're gonna find out why. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all need to know this. You know what I'm saying? You need to know who your enemy is, and even more so, you need to know what it is he did to you. You know what I'm saying? What it is that the white man has done to you for 500 years, and even plus from the time of our forefathers, Jacob and Esau. You got that from me?
Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Because you have had a perpetual, a continual hatred, and you have shed the blood of the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And you've done that, and you're still doing this in this. You know what I'm saying? And you've done that for centuries. But we'll take it to a more modern context. They killing us out in the streets every day. They out here shedding our blood. Innocent black, Hispanic, and Native American men are getting killed by the police, and more so by these damn devils, the Edomite, the so-called white man. Go ahead.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
By the force of the sword. Modern day sword is the gun. By the gun in the time of our calamity. Because right now we're in a time of calamity. You know what I'm saying? Our nation is in a state of emergency. Go ahead.
In the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
He will prepare, as the Lord God, the Most High Power Yahweh liveth. He said he will prepare them for blood. He is going to kill them. He's going to put them to death. He's going to pay them back for what they have done to us. Go ahead.
And the blood shall pursue thee.
And the blood shall pursue thee. It will follow you. Go ahead.
See, thou hast not hated blood. Even blood shall pursue thee.
Because you haven't hated the bloodshed you have done to the black, Hispanic, and Native American. It will pursue you. It's going to follow you everywhere you go, white man. Go ahead.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate.
He will make the white man desolate. Mount Seir was the capital of their home in the land of Edom, and he's going to make it desolate. He's going to put them to death. Go ahead.
And cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that runneth.
And he's going to cut them off that passeth, and then that returneth. He's going to cut them off forever. He's going to destroy them. Go ahead. Is that on?
Oh, that's verse 7. That's it. Verse 7. And I will fill his mountains with the slain men.
He's going to fill their mountains, their lands, with slain men, with their slain men. He's gonna pay back the white man for what he has done to the black, Hispanic, and Native American.
That's right.
That's what's going to happen. Keep going.
In thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers, shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
And by everywhere you are at, white man, you're going to fall by the sword. Thus says the Lord. Thus says the Most High God of the Bible, the God of the children of Israel. Go ahead.
I will make thee perpetual desolations.
He will make you a continual desolation, a continual empty place. Shalom, sis.
And thy cities shall not return.
And your cities will not return. This is the last time you will be in power, white man. Go ahead.
That's right. And you shall know that I am the Lord.
And they're going to know that he is the Most High God, Abanahu Yahweh.
Ah!
This is Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob,
for the violence you have done against the black, Hispanic, and Native American, Esau. Go ahead.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee.
And shame will cover you for this. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
You will be cut off for a little bit of time.
In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces,
In the day that the strangers carried us away, and they carried us away captive, what did you do?
And foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was as one of them. Verse 12. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of their distress.
You spoke proudly against the southern kingdom, the so-called Black Haitian and West Indian. You stood there proudly as they fell. You know what I'm saying? You were there rejoicing in their calamity. What kind of sick, demented person does that? The white man does that. You know what I'm saying?
We call that bullying. That's bullying, Keaton.
Keaton, I know you're going to see this video because white people love our videos. They love to hate our videos. That's what bullying is. Not somebody make fun of your shark-faced Quasimodo-looking self, all right? You know what I'm saying? So you got that from the Malachi?
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau.
And you what?
And I hated Esau.
He hated you, white man. The Most High said he hated you. Go ahead.
That's right.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
And he laid the land you live in to waste. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to lay this place to waste too. And any place that you call home. Go ahead.
For the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
They said they're poor, but they're going to return and build the desolate places. Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
They will build, but he's going to destroy. Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
They are the border of wickedness. They are the standard for everything that is wicked. Go ahead.
And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
He has an indignation towards you forever, Esau. He will never love you. All these crackers at a Christian church talking about God loves everybody. He hates you. He despises you, man. And that's according to the Bible. We're coming out the Holy Bible. You know what I'm saying? You got that for me?
This is Amos 9 and 12. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this.
He will possess the remnant of Edom. Whatever's left of these crackers in that day, we're going to possess them.
That's right.
I don't know about you Israelites that love Esau, but I want me some crackers for slaves. You know what I'm saying? I want them working in my banana fields, my sugar plantation, wherever the Most High has them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like, I'm gonna tell you like this. I want them to lay down in front of my bed so I can walk across them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the day if you're a righteous man that loves the Most High God, and you're an Israelite, which you can only be righteous and love the Most High if you're an Israelite, you should want slaves, man. You should want the white man to be enslaved to you. You should want to pay him back for everything he's done.
Hey, look, totally off subject, same type of thing, though, right? There's this Issacharite who's really rocking the nation right now. He goes by the name of Little Pump. Recently, Little Pump just crowd surfed from like 20 feet in the air. But the point of what I'm getting at is the way that these white people raise their hands to make sure that they catch this Issacharite when he jumps off stage is what y'all are planned to do in the future. Y'all are gonna have y'all hands raised up to make sure that the Israelite princess's feet never touch the ground. We will crowd surf over y'all for the rest of our lives and the rest of your lives in the kingdom.
The soldier makes a powerful thing. That's the day we want to hasten.
That's right.
That's the day we want to hasten. When the Most High has these white people in chains and they answer to the righteous men of the Lord.
That's right.
What's up, man? You got any questions?
How you doing today?
I think I'm part of the lost tribe.
What's your ethnicity?
Huh?
What's your ethnicity?
Take one step back.
You gotta give me some personal space. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Caucasian and Gypsy.
Wait, what?
Gypsy.
Gypsy and Caucasian.
That's not. Those aren't the people of the Lord. No, they aren't.
So what lost tribe would that be?
Lost tribe.
What's
Which
the
one?
lost tribe?
There's 12 of them.
Huh?
There's 12 lost tribes. Which one are you?
Levi.
Levi?
Sure.
How are you Levi?
He's a Jew, right?
Yeah, so wait, so hold on. Explain to me how Caucasian and Gypsy history goes back to Levitical history.
If you go back, we're all Jews, dude.
No, you're not.
We're all Jews.
I'm not a Jew.
Why?
I'm an Israelite.
What will make you a Jew?
We all came from Adam and Eve, right?
Right.
So if you go back, right? There's either Gentile or Jew. It doesn't matter if we're grafted onto the tree of life with Jesus Christ or was a Jew, but they rejected Jesus Christ, right?
Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. Hey, you said everybody comes from Adam, right?
Doesn't matter.
No. That was your statement, right? Everybody comes from Adam, correct?
It's what?
Everybody comes from Adam, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that for me? This is what the Bible says. Thus says the Lord about everybody that comes from Adam and Eve. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 32. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
So when the Most High power divided all the nations for their land and everything that came from them, go ahead.
When he separated the sons of Adam,
Yeah.
He divided all the lands. Go ahead.
he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
So yeah, everybody comes from Adam, but the Most High only knows Israel. And that's thus says the Lord. You know what I'm
So
saying?
do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Do I believe in? Of course. I'm up here doing his work, aren't I?
What?
I'm up here doing his work, ain't I?
Yeah.
Of course. So how don't I believe in Christ?
So are you saying that?
Hold on. One thing we're going to establish is some order. You never, ever, when you came up here, you're asking questions now. We asked you a question of how the Gypsies and the Caucasians go back to Levitical history and heritage. You need to explain that. You can't come up here
You do have to explain that.
Bro,
Hey, you came up to us.
you feel upset because I use my voice?
You're being boisterous, you're being hyperverbal. I think that is a...
He has to talk over the generator.
I got a microphone, I don't. And he's yelling at me.
That's fine.
I want to talk to you, not him.
Matter of fact, so now what is it that you believe about Christ? You believe he died for everybody?
Yeah.
He killed for everybody.
Yeah.
Would you say he said that?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that for me?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 5.
Go ahead.
These 12 Jesus sent forth
These 12, his disciples, the Christ sent forth. Go ahead.
and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles.
No, go in the way of the
Oh,
Gentiles.
hey.
Go not in the way of the Gentiles.
But he wants you to preach to everybody.
Go not in the way of the Gentiles.
By the
And
way,
into any
Luke was
city-
a Gentile.
Hey, back up off my camera, man. Back up off my camera.
See,
Hey,
I know
this
what
is
you
the
guys are
problem with
doing.
so-called white
Hey.
man. He suffers from a fucking thing called
Hey,
short-term
no,
memory loss.
this is another thing. They want to be included to everything. After they put us through hell, your people have enslaved us. They conquered the Native American. They enslaved the black man. And they stole on your side. Your mother's side?
let me tell you
On your
something.
mother's side?
Wait, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, okay?
Go ahead.
French and Dutch, Polish, German, British.
That's a whole lot of white people. White, and fake Native American. Continue.
Gypsies are what? Gypsies are what?
Enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of
Hey,
Israel.
Shakar. Let the boy finish the scripture.
Are you saying that Native Americans...
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Are you saying
Hey, first of all, you don't need to be yelling at us. You look around you. Look what house you're in. You're in our house. Chill out.
That's right.
Chill out. Chill out. You're in the presence of the real children of Israel. Now, let me ask you a question.
Now what?
He's not a Hebrew. He's a Hamite. He's not a He's a descendant of the people that sold my brothers into slavery.
That's right.
Hey, according to Christ, he's only supposed to go to the children of Israel. Now, go ahead, give me Acts 5
You're not
and
supposed to
31.
sow division.
This is Acts 5 and 31.
Hey, this is
Him
Acts
hath God
7:6-7.
exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins.
He only gave repentance to the children of Israel.
That's right.
What are you talking about?
Israel, because
You're not a child of Israel. You're not. You just told me you're white, and allegedly
I
Native
can
American.
say I'm Gypsy, I can say I'm Czech, Native American. I can prove I'm black.
That's
but
not
all
an
you guys
Israelite.
want to do is provoke
That's not
hate.
an Israelite. That's not an Israelite. You know who the Israelites? Hold on. You know who the Israelites are? The black, Hispanic, and Native American, and those people that were put through the curses. I don't shake God's hands. Nope. You know that. You're not my people. I don't shake hands with my enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
According to Scripture, that's unlawful. Okay. What's that supposed to mean?
God today, huh?
What that mean? What that mean? What that mean? Look. This is power right here. We're from the sect of the Sakari. Remember that. We're going to be bowing down to us. What that mean? That means you're the devil the Bible speaks of.
Can you explain these nights traditions and these night Templar
Hey,
tattoos?
matter of fact, give me some curses that your people have been through. When were they put on slave ships? Slave ships.
When were the gypsies on slave ships?
I'm not persecuting you. No, I'm not. What have I done to persecute you? With my mouth. Have you seen the sensitivity of the so-called right man? You see the cowardice in him? All I'm doing is using the Bible, and you're getting hurt.
I want to know who's gypsy on your mom and your dad's side. Your dad's a gypsy.
Who's Native American?
Who's Native American?
My mom.
Okay.
That doesn't count. Give me Numbers 1 and 18, huh?
Let's deal with
I guess
it.
I'm going to hell because I'm a Gentile.
We're in hell, and you're going to pay back for what you did. You goddamn right.
Can you give me the definition of Gentile?
Yeah, give me the
A good time is standing on the street corner pretending you guys are Jews when you guys aren't.
pretending. I'm not pretending to be a Jew. I'm an Israelite from the northern kingdom, from the tribe of Zebulun. This is a Jew right here, according to Scripture.
I'm sure if you look at scripture, okay, Luke was a Gentile.
Luke was not a Gentile.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Give me that in Amos. Gives his
Timothy
reveals
was
the secrets
both
to
Jew
them.
and Gentile.
No, he was an Israelite from the northern kingdom, genius.
Reveals the secrets to his prophets.
And this dude looks like the fucking Taliban.
Hey, let me ask you.
Hey, and that's an Israelite.
Can Israelites be Gentiles?
Yeah, can they? Matter of fact.
Give me 1 Corinthians.
Can Israelites be Gentiles?
What are you guys, somebody called?
Oh, now you're a cult? Because you're hurting your feelings? Because you're coming out the Bible?
I'm talking about the Bible, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's the one talking though, genius. He's the one talking, genius. He's talking. He's talking. Okay, exactly. I'm talking. Go do it if you want to. Go until you can do it. Hey, shalom. Matter of fact, hey, y'all know y'all Israelites according to the Bible, black, Hispanic, and Native American. Look, there he goes. Hey, look at the devil.
Give me 1 Corinthians 10.
El hombre blanco es el diablo. El hombre blanco es el diablo. No sabe la Biblia. We're the Hebrew Israelites, sister. We're the people of the Bible. We're the people of the Bible.
The fluid's going around, and that's how you get it, standing in the white motherfucking face.
Yeah, hey, remember that one that stole our land.
Like that crock in your face like that. That's a dog.
Hey, so back to the question. Hey, can Israelites be Gentiles? Huh? Can Israelites be Gentiles? What you gonna do, call a pastor? Bring him up here. Bring him here. Look at him. Look at
We
him.
gonna tell you, we know when y'all upset because you want to know what happens with y'all. Y'all get real red. You got to turn tomato red like this stoplight, boy. Yeah, boy. You gonna turn red. Look,
hey, hold on.
such a homosexual Keaton.
Shakwa.
Look, we got Keaton.
Shakwa.
He didn't grow up. This the effects of bullying what happens to him.
Hey,
He
Shakwa.
still can call people niggas, Salak. All right?
Shakwa. Hey, look, I'm going to bring something out that proves that Israelites can be Gentiles. Those are the Gentiles that Paul and the apostles were talking to. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 2. And we're 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea.
Now, only the Israelites were under the cloud and passed through in the sea. You know what I'm saying? According to Scripture. But the Corinthians are Greeks, quote unquote, right? Hey, get that death to the right man. Death to the right man. And when we hate you, that says the Lord. Hey, that's why I hope you hit the brakes and you fall out the windshield.
That's right.
Hey, back to the lesson. You give me Isaiah 14. You give me Psalms 137, verse 7. No, you good. You good. Hey, we was cutting. This is going on the video. This is definitely going on the video. The most and then we done seen chariots cut a couple times. But that's a different story. Yes, hey, shalom, my man, shalom.
And one thing, if anybody, when y'all rewatch this video, when y'all rewatch the video, y'all notice one of the key things he said is, "Oh, Trump's in office now. Now what? Now what? I voted for Obama, but now Trump's in office." You feel me? He said, and once again, y'all gotta understand. And it comes, like the brother said, it comes out every week. A form of racism is saying, "I don't see color. It doesn't matter if you're black or white." Those are racist. Those are I'm not racist terms. This is what they say now. You feel me?
And it's a beautiful thing that the Most High always reveals the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's
He gonna come up here and tell me he Levi. Come on, man. You ain't been through no curses.
First off, he said he was a gypsy on his dad's side. What race is gypsy, or what nationality is gypsy?
Caucasian. Hey, he's the devil the Bible speaks of. Further proves that the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back into my lesson. And you know what I'm saying? And I hope he knows that he knows he's getting ready for slavery. You know what I'm saying? And thus says the Lord. So we're gonna bring this out in Isaiah. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter.
Prepare slaughter. Go ahead, read that one more time.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with their cities.
So what's going on is one day, Lord willing, sooner we hasten the day, we're gonna put these crackers to death. We're gonna pay them back for what they've done. Thus says the Lord. He said, prepare slaughter for his children. Just like, you know what I'm saying, just like we're here in bondage for what our forefathers did, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna pay for what their forefathers did to our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? And really, it goes back to regeneration, where they gotta pay back what they did to us. They did it to us, you know what I'm saying? Because we did wrong by the Most High. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got that in Psalms 137 now?
I'm just trying to figure out gypsy.
Those are they're from Romania. Huh? They're Caucasians.
Just said Romani.
Romani.
Con. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. What the hell is that? Gypsies, I always thought that was like a title, like how there's you want 137 and 7?
Yeah, 7 to 9.
This is Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed.
O daughter of Babylon, O America, who must be destroyed. Go ahead.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Happy shall we be for rewarding you as you have served us. As you have done unto us, we're going to be happy because we're giving it back to you. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
If y'all know anything about, we'll just say Native American history and Hispanic history, they used to take our babies out of the womb and smash them against rocks.
God.
So we're going to be doing that to them, thus says the Lord. Is that it on that? As you see me standing boldly in front of the lion, in front of the face of evil, in front of the face of the devil, you saw the Most High almost took that devil out. You know what I'm saying? The brothers up here saw that. You know what I'm saying? His own people almost hit him in his car for being trying to go against the prophets of the Lord. Okay, give me Psalms 147, 19 and 20 real fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it back into where the devil was trying to talk, because he said that Christ loved everybody and that Christ wanted to deal with everybody, and the Most High had love for everybody. But according to Scripture, that's not so. So I'm gonna bring this out. You know what I'm saying? 19 and 20.
This is the book of Psalms 147, verse 19. He that showeth his word unto Jacob.
He that showeth his word unto Jacob, to the northern kingdom.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He showed his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He only showed it unto us, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Nobody else. Go ahead.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
He has not dealt with any nation outside of the Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Nobody else. Go ahead.
As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
As for his statutes, They have not known him. Read that last part one more time for me out.
Praise ye the Lord.
And we give glory to the Most High God because he's only dealt with us.
The Sicarii fighters are motivated by a deeply held belief in God, freedom, and the independence of their country. They're famed for their fanaticism and their vicious dagger. The Sicarii are one of the only guerrilla groups never to bow to the might of the Roman Empire.
The Sicarii were guerrillas.
Guerrilla warfare.
It was a perfect plan for a guerrilla unit.
But for the Sicarii, surrender is not an option.
Fanatical groups like the Sicarii never surrender. They never surrender because what their aims are not negotiable.